than it was. I know they seen some of my rants. Some of them call me the tyrant. But it was all in getting the job done. We had a lot of fun. Just recently, over the last few years, we got more people. You know, it was 8 of us for quite some time. But when we got more people, it made it a whole lot better. It actually made it funner. You know, listening to my crew out there sometimes joking when I'm in the office working. And they don't know they made me laugh quite a few times. And they didn't see me laughing. So I was in there laughing at them. My bosses. When I came down to sex crimes, Sergeant Allen and Lieutenant Walsh was my bosses. They let me have free reign at what I needed to do or wanted to do out there. They never stopped me from doing anything. I called Lieutenant Walsh at home and asked him, hey, I got this guy I'm looking for, can I work? No problem, go get him. If you get him, you better have a confession.
You never knew where you were.
You had a prep radio, that's all we know.
Sergeant Allen, you ask her anything in the world, a million questions, and she got an answer for you. Always. Sometimes you even had the answer and she told you what the answer was, you already knew what it was. Great bosses. When I took over sex crimes, I got called in by AC Paul Wells. And one of my all-time favorite, probably the best cop in the city of Detroit. He called me into his office and wanted me to take over sex crimes. I didn't want to do it. Lord knows I did not want to do it. But before I left that office, the job was mine. So you know how the conversation went.
You go into patrol.
Sometimes I showed up in the office and, you know, it was hard. I'm not going to sit up here and say that everything was smooth sailing. It was some hard nights, some hard days, stressful nights, looking for some of these idiots on the street. I'm not going to use no profane language. You know, AC DeLunt will attest to that. So, but it was some hard days. And your bosses make things easier for you. When you get them, you can depend on them, and they're always there for you, they make your job easier. So, one boss here that didn't say anything, and he probably won't say anything, but I'm gonna put him on front anyway, is Commander Marvin Wilson. We've had quite a few conversations, long conversations about life, about personal stuff. We worked at the 8th precinct together, about work. Always show support, always there for you. Put out, as he called it, sometimes you had to put out the fires, but sometimes you had to put out your own fires. And you had to go in front of the chief. But you know, that wasn't easy at all. But we got through it. Commander Giaquino, my brother, long way back, chasing criminals. He talking about he learned from me, I learned a lot from him. Overwhelming amount of knowledge. Thank you for always being there. The phone calls, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning phone calls, you always picked up for me when you had something. Thank you. You've always been there. You went to bat for me numerous times when people seemed like they were coming after us. I was always there to count on you. It would be a miss if I left out Lieutenant Joe Tucker. I see him sitting back there. Actually, I would like him to come up. If he come up. We hadn't had a lieutenant for quite some time, so special victim units is comprised of, for my family and everyone, it's comprised of child abuse, domestic violence, and sex crimes. And we didn't have a lieutenant for a long time. So it was us. We had to answer to the inspector, the commander. We didn't have a buffer. Lieutenant Tucker came in and gave us that buffer. It relieved a lot of pressure off of us, and it let me do what I need to do as sex crimes. When he came over there, he told me, it's your show. You run it the way you've been running it. Just let me be your buffer. And I appreciate that. I'm gonna thank Kyla, Sergeant Williams. Sergeant Starks isn't here. Those were my battery mates in our cubicles, as they call it, the tall cubicles. I'm gonna miss you saying good morning every morning, coming in. Marv, you over there? Yeah, I'm here. The conversations, our talks. I know Shonda's not here, but I'm gonna miss her pleasant voice as well. Getting called to the commander's office, all three of us sometimes was common. But sometimes I just sit there and listen and let you and Shonda just have at it, and get a commander hell. I'm not gonna talk too long, but I got a lot of things that I can say. Anthony Gaines, where he at? My brother, my boy. Joe Torrey. I'm David Torrey, Jesus. Joe Torrey is the man. Did Torrey leave? Scout 832. I believe, as Mark was saying, the DOJ is in the city of Detroit because of us. But we made it through.
That's right.
I learned a lot from y'all. I thought y'all was gonna tell some of the stories, but y'all didn't. I'm glad you kept it clean. I'm glad you did. Mark, number 6. First day on the job, I met you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Number 8. Number 8 is where I grew up. Number 8 is where I became a cop. Number 8, I thought, was one of the worst precincts in the city of Detroit. You learn fast, you learn quick, and if you didn't have your head screwed on right, somebody was gonna unscrew it, or you was gonna have to unscrew theirs. We didn't take nothing in number 8. I see Simone back there. She worked at number 8. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out too, Simone. Dietrich. They said we cheated at the baseball game. I refuse to play again. My dirty brothers, who said we rigged the baseball game. If anybody paid attention to the slide, there was a picture with a bunch of baseball players on it from number 8. That's number 8. They accused me of rigging the family baseball game by bringing baseball players from number 8. Like I told them, they're just cops. We just happen to play baseball. So I got tired of them cheating on me every day. It was just me against them. Now, how is it I'm the youngest, but I got to put a team together to compete against them. And my mother had to put up with it all. She put up with us all our lives. She's always been there for us.
It's all right. It's all right.
She never let us quit. She didn't want me to be the police. I still remember when the recruiter came to the house, and my mother and my sister Minnie were sitting there. And they were asking all these questions. And I'm happy. This is the next step, I'm gonna be the police. The recruiter asked my mother a question. She said, I don't even know why you're in my house. I said, there went my career down the drain. But she's always pushed us, always gave us anything, the shirt off her back, until the day I leave here. I'm gonna do the same for her. My sisters, they're the two oldest. They're the most spoiled women I have ever laid my eyes on.
That's what brother's supposed to do.
Exactly. That is her favorite line. And if you didn't do it, then you knew about it. My older sister May, no nonsense. She didn't care. She always took up for us, being the oldest. But she's still spoiled as well. Because she'll call me and she'll joke on the phone. And when she's joking, I know she wants something. It just got to the point, I'm just get on with it, because I don't even feel like sex crimes. I came down to sex crimes because we were at our welcome at number 8. They were tired of us, and it was time for us to go. And I saw a teletype, which comes in the book. If you don't know, it comes in the book that sex crimes was accepting people. They already threw my partners out, but they was banished off to someplace else. I don't know where they were. And I was banished to the desk. So I said, you know, I'm gonna put in a transfer and go down there. Didn't know I was gonna like it. No, didn't know I was gonna love it. That has got to be the best unit in the city of Detroit. Do not believe everything you hear in the news. Do not. Do not. And I'm just gonna leave it just like that. Sex crimes, thank you all for having my back all these years. Y'all have done some great work. And I appreciate the work you've done in supporting me being in charge. You were always there when I need you. Sometimes you didn't answer the phone. So I'll just call back. I know I got on y'all last nerve, but it came with the territory. I hope I'm not leaving anyone out, because if I am so sorry. But I know we have to wrap this up. But there's two people that I see that I want to recognize that are here, is my classmates, Aubrey Sargent and Tim Ewald. Can you come up here, Aubrey? And Tim, where's Tim? For years, I didn't know where these two guys were at. They were always doing some undercover work somewhere. However, in the last year, Tim has resurfaced. And I am so glad that I got to spend my last year on the job working with him. We worked side by side. He came in, and it was surprising to me. And he said, I got your back. And he did. That part of my job, I did not have to worry about anymore. It was done. He came back to me, let me know what I need to know, and I let the bosses know what they need to know. Aubrey. I grew up with Aubrey. We lived in Hermie Gardens. Played football together. He knows my entire family. He's always been there. This is a lifelong friendship from the age of 2 or 3 years old. Thank you all for being my friends. I don't just have nieces, I have nephews. They all get on my nerves. But they knew when I spoke it was time to listen. Thank you all for always being there for your uncle. Even if it was sometimes unpleasant that I had to come and deal with you. I have friends in the audience, lifelong friends, that we grew up together, friends over 40 years. And I couldn't imagine going through my life as it was without them. They've always been there. They knew that I joined the police force and had nothing but the utmost respect for my job and my career. And you couldn't say nothing bad about me or the Detroit Police Department to them. They've always supported me. They've always cared about me. They've always loved me. And I appreciate them being here. I'm gonna get off the mic. There. I want to thank everybody. The police department, the city of Detroit, the prosecutor's office, everyone that I've worked with over these 27 years. I've encountered a lot of people, a lot of great cops. I just always aspired to be like the great ones. And it was easy when you look around and you see so many great ones. And you just say, hey, just watch that person over there, look what they're doing. Made it a whole lot easier for me. It really did. And just about everybody here in here is a cop. I've worked with them on some level or another. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and spending time with me, this last day. And thank you.